Hey everyone, it's Kara here, and I've got a really easy version of a healthy fish stick for you. So for anyone that likes fish out there, this is a healthier way to clean it up a little bit. So for the ingredients, what you're going to need is some type of fish. What I bought is halibut. I've already got it cut up. It is fresh halibut, so it's a little pricey. So if you don't want to spend that much, you could use tilapia or something like that. So I've got my fresh fish here. And then what you're going to want is some type of breading for it. I am going to use the panko breadcrumbs. You could do whole wheat breadcrumbs, or if you want to stick to gluten-free, they do have gluten-free breadcrumbs. I do find those don't crisp up as well, so I am going to use the panko ones today. And you're also going to need 2 eggs, 2 large eggs, and a little bit of milk. So whatever type of milk you guys use, you know I like to use the almond milk. And a little bit of oil, because we're going to cook these on the stove top. So that's pretty much it for the ingredients, pretty simple. So what I'm going to do first is crack 2 whole eggs and put it in this bowl. Don't want that in there with it. All right, and then just a couple tablespoons of whatever milk that you use are going to go in there too. Okay. And then you're just going to take a whisk and lightly mix that up. This is what we're going to use to coat our fish so that the breadcrumbs stick to it. Okay, that should be good. And I'm just going to dump in, I kind of already chopped up all my fish into little fish stick-like pieces, so I'm just going to dump those in there. Roll up my sleeves, get a little dirty here, and I'm just going to kind of mix those around, that way they get all the egg mixture coated onto it. Okay, so I got my fish in there. Next thing you're going to do is get another bowl for what you're going to put your breadcrumbs into. So for right now, I've just measured out about a ½ cup of the panko breadcrumbs, and you could add some seasoning to it as well. I'm going to add a little bit of some ground black pepper to it. And just a little bit of garlic sea salt to give it a little extra flavor. Okay, mix this up a little bit. And then what you're going to do is just go ahead and put your fish in there. Probably do a few at a time and just kind of roll them around to get them nice, a nice coating on there. If you have a Ziploc bag, it might be a little easier. You could always just dump your breadcrumbs in there and kind of shake it around too. So I'm just going to, a few at a time, add these in there and get them all mixed up. All right, so I've got all my halibut all breaded up in that panko breadcrumb mixture that I made. So it's all ready to go on the stovetop. I've never tried baking this before, but if you don't want to use oil and you want to try baking it, that could be one way of maybe cutting back on calories. But what I'm going to do for today is I've got the stove top on low. I am going to use a tablespoon of oil to coat the pan using vegetable oil, but I'd probably use canola oil. I'm just all out of it. So I'm going to just put a tablespoon of there in the vegetable oil in the pan. And just mix it around, because you want to make sure it coats your pan. And then go ahead and just, you want to lay them flat down in there. Not going to be able to fit these all in my pan at once, so probably want to do about half of them at a time. What we're going to do is let these cook for about 4 minutes on one side, and then I'm going to flip them over and brown them up on the other side. So we'll get these cooking, and I'll show you what they're looking like when they're all done. All right, guys, it took about 5 or 6 minutes, and what I did was I just flipped the fish sticks back and forth till they're browned up on both sides. Smells really good. I chose the halibut again because it is a firmer fish, so you'd want to be careful if you chose a softer fish. It might break apart a little bit easier, but smells delicious. I've got just a little portion controlled amount of tartar sauce to have with it, but again, you could make your tartar sauce homemade and use a light mayo and make it lower in fat that way, or just a minute altogether. So up to you, but it smells delicious. I can't wait to eat it. Again, it's a healthier version of fish sticks that you can enjoy without feeling guilty about it. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more like this, let me know. Give it a thumbs up and please share it with others.